Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Diamond. Today we'll be doing pick a card on what blessings are coming. I'm gonna pull a card for pile number 1. And then the card for pile number 1. I might as well show y'all. So Neptune in the 12th house. Pile number 2. Blessings are coming. The blessings are coming. Damn. To the 10th house. I was thinking about 10th house. I'm like, okay, so something in work. Some blessings in work. In 8th house, something taboo or some about your resources or other people's resources. Getting power. Some kind of change. Okay. Here's the crystal for pile number 1. And I'm going to give you guys some time to meditate further. Pile number 2. And you can pause here to meditate. Overall energy is Virgo, so definitely something about serving your work. You can pause here to meditate more on this. I'm going to start with pile number 1. Okay, so I'm gonna leave this right here for reference. Pile number 1, we're gonna find out what blessings are coming your way. So with Neptune in a 12th house, I'm getting that something with your ideas coming into fruition. It's just a need for you to keep faith, and something that you've been envisioning with your life. Maybe you've made it plain, you made it more physical. It's been something that's more in the ethers, just waiting to come about. It seems like there's a need to sacrifice something for like a greater cause, something bigger than you, for something that's like hidden, because 12th house deal with hidden things. So I'm getting like this is a hidden blessing that Spirit has been trying to whisper, I'm hearing, because now I'm like wanting to get quiet. Maybe it's been like a long time coming, like you haven't, this blessing is gonna come out of nowhere, like out of left field, because I feel like through you healing, through times of grief and loss, I feel like anything that you've been like confused about and like grieving over or something, it's gonna give you the privilege, I'm hearing, the duty to serve others, with Virgo being the overall energy. And that's gonna bring in these, by you like displaying your experiences, like explaining, like learning through life experiences and sharing that. There's a lot of growth coming about, your times of healing, and like that being part of your work or something with Virgo energy. Some sense of like that's gonna grow, whatever you do for work. Be positive, have a positive mindset about the ins and outs of your work life, because it's gonna be things working out for you for like your highest blessing. And maybe be a urge for you to have like some courage at this time, some the urge to express yourself, creatively. I don't know, something you've been secret about, maybe something you've been withholding because you've been confused on like where to go about from here. But now I feel like there's this accumulation with the 12th house. You're gonna come to some conclusion with 12 boiling down to 3. I'm thinking Mercury. So again, with the 3rd house, or just the number 3 having some kind of importance, but like communicating something to like a social sphere within your work environment, possibly. Let's get some details of like what you'll be looking like during this time of like what archetype will you be having that'll help usher in this blessing. What do you need to know about this blessing? How you should be looking, or how you will be looking. Virgin being at the bottom of the deck, maintaining symbolic purity of heart and spirit. Shadow attribute, fear of intimate union. So it's a sense of like being blameless, thinking things through, especially when it comes to like lower nature duties. You could be, I'm sensing like some kind of cleansing with like the Pisces energy here. And with like sacrifice, it's like doing something pure, heart, spirit. So having like a good spirit about you. With the gossip coming out, light attribute awakens consideration for the feelings of others, honoring trust. Shadow attribute thrives on the power of passing on private or secret information, betraying confidences. Wasn't I saying something about communication? What the fuck? So something about feelings, definitely healing, something about being a healing presence, the power of healing, analyzing. I do see like the clogs, then Queen is here. It radiates regal feminine, uses her benevolent authority to protect others, and then slave is reverse. Controlling and demanding. Light attribute, surrendering your power of choice to the divine with complete trust, honoring trust. Maybe it's a need for you to trust the divine here, and that's going to help usher these blessings. You need to trust more, something about that, and using your benevolent authority to protect others instead of being controlling and demanding, using information against others, like betraying confidences. It's a sense of like shadow attribute, giving your willpower to external authority out of fear of making your own choices. So it's a need to like face your fears. Maybe you feel like in the past you've made mistakes with the 12th house energy, something like you're still grieving over. Maybe you feel like you've done no wrong in that situation. Thief sheds light on potential wealth within you that can never be stolen. Shadow attribute, stealing money, creative ideas, affection, and other powers you think you lack. I don't know why I'm just drawing a blank. With the color blue standing out here, and it got darker and darker, like the version being the brightest. Gossip, it's getting more tinged with like purple. It's really dark. And then thief is like almost black, blue. Something with like communication I'm getting here with the throat chakra. It's a sense that someone possibly didn't honor your trust in the past, so now you fear surrendering something with complete trust. But I feel like when you do, when you analyze enough, like something with aversion, maintaining symbolic purity of heart and spirit. I'm hearing guard your heart at all costs. And then the blue of the queen dressed here. Maybe it's something with being a light to others. Maybe something with like releasing negative thought patterns. I'm seeing like the clogs here going, like I'm imagining that meaning like work, time, like analyzing, which is shown here with the Virgo energy. Something about some kind of higher learning. Like, you're gonna be granted blessings, but it just seems like you have to take a chance on something or create something, doing what you want only, not doing what you feel obligated to, making your own choices and surrendering the power of choice with like something about like listening to your intuition, trusting in the divine, casting your cares and your trust upon the divine right now at this moment, and now bring in these blessings. Let me get some tarot to clarify. I will be taking reversals. Holy Spirit, can you tell me about the blessings that are coming for pile number 1? Can you tell me about the blessings coming for pile number 1, Holy Spirit? Strength card. So something about battling inner demons, healing, persevering. Strength card to me stems from like having compassion with yourself and others, having a sense of approachability, gracefulness, and tact when it comes to being in a leadership role. This is Leo energy. So being in this Virgo, like what's Jupiter? Jupiter's Sagittarius. In Leo, being in a very expressive, honest energy, especially when it comes to like things that bring pleasure to you, whatever comes to mind with that, things that'll bring on like more good times, something where you're feeling charmed and creating, feeling beautiful, happy about your surroundings and overall your appearance. It just seems like you overcame a lot. You battled a lot of your inner demons, to the point where you're being more gentle on yourself. I feel like there's a need to persevere for how like far you've came thus far. 12th house, I'm just thinking that that's like the end of the houses, and then it cycles back to Aquarius, the first house. So Pisces has all the wisdom of all the signs. It was a sense of like thinking back on how like the lessons that you've learned, like really closing out something that you've been striving for, something you've been determined about. Bottom of the deck is 10 of Cups, so it could deal with something with your home base or overall a sense of feeling contentment and satisfied within your life, whether that deal with a connection with another person, or being within a commitment. You could be in a new commitment right now, and that's a blessing that's coming in. So something about like telling it to people you trust truly, people who consider your feelings, something about the need for consideration of the feelings of others. You could be feeling on a short fuse right now with, you know, being at your wit's end. You're just focused on the part at the end of the rainbow, and now I'm hearing the Wizard of Oz somewhere over the rainbow, and the melancholy feel of that. So it's like the lilt of her voice and how somber the song feels. So it seems like it's been a long time coming, like it's been a long journey you've had to get this blessing. Ooh. Oh my gosh, look how this came out. And you could be starting a new commitment with someone, but you're still grieving something from the past that you feel like you've taken a loss over. That's something that still needs to be worked through, and it's causing some kind of fear of like intimate union with someone, because a fear of like giving your willpower to an external authority out of fear of making your own choices. And then I'm seeing the Emperor in reverse, a controlling figure, a manipulator, someone who is not in their right masculine energy. They're being oppressive and domineering and cold and blunt and not considerate of your feelings, basically. It's something about being aware of that, the whole guard your heart at all costs that I was channeling before, if I said that. I was getting that with like spirit casting your cares, casting your sorrows upon the divine right now, because it's gonna revive like your heart center. It's gonna ground you more in like your wants, your needs, so you can be this regal, feminine, whatever you, if you identify as masculine or feminine or whatever, is gonna accentuate that feminine side of yours, because we all carry both energy. And it's gonna help you use that benevolent authority to protect others that have gone through things like you, helping liberate them, because you're shining that light, being in that leadership role, freeing yourself and others from outmoded beliefs, releasing negative thought patterns instead of imposing your own tyranny over those you claim to liberate, ignoring legitimate constraints. I feel like that's what this person didn't do. They ignored legitimate constraints, and they imposed their own tyranny over those they claim to liberate. They claim to be in a leadership role, but all they do is cause chaos and mayhem and a bunch of drama. And with the tower being behind it and the gun facing him and his gun facing the other way, he is not ready. He's caught lacking by the divine spirit. I feel like wrongs will be righted in this situation, because clearly you're still mourning, you're still grieving over this situation, you're still healing from it. And because what? I feel like because you remained in integrity and your, like, you showed compassion when life wasn't fair, you just kept climbing, you just kept persevering, you kept fighting those inner fears within you, you faced your shadow. And I just think the depiction, oh my gosh, look what's at the bottom of the deck. I feel like there's gossip around this new commitment that you have. Hold on, now I'm thirsty. Oh yeah. Hell no. Confirmation. They were trying to choke me. My throat was so dry as pie. That was so lame of me to say, but it was. Oh my gosh. Just imagine like just eating like a bunch of bread without ever drinking water that whole day. And at the end of the day, you're drinking a bunch of sourdough bread. You're choking. That's how I felt. Okay. Yeah. Something about, yeah, sheds light on potential wealth within you that can never be stolen. So because you remain pure within yourself, especially within your creations, I feel like someone could have passed on some secret or private information about you that you're sad about, or someone could have like publicly humiliated you. But like, I feel like spirit has been cloaking you or protecting you. The angels or something. Yeah. People have been talking about you. Yes, they have, girl. And that's only, you see how haters be helping you get blessings? All because you just be staying in your own lane, staying true to who you are, working through your own, like, lore, nature, like things you feel like easily called and drawn to do. Like, some people act out of anger and react really impulsively, and that's just something that comes easy to them because they're comfortable doing that. But you confront those inner demons, you confront your shadow self. You don't conform back to ways of comfort. You improve yourself, you grow and expand, actually. And you actually like improve yourself. You want to improve and get better. And so that ensues you reflecting and trying to combat those ways of being that could be easy, like a child, because you know, throwing a fit and you know, not knowing how to honor trust, that's something that's learned. People, you know, you learn to, you know, be a certain kind of way. You just pick up those behaviors, you observe those things, and then you observe, that's not a right way of being, and so you try to stray away from that path to be on a better path. And it seems like there's a sense of determination here about that, a sense of like caring for the greater whole, all that there is, worrying about overcoming this time of sorrow, loss, grief, betrayal, some sense of mourning, whether that be monetary or like relation, like whatever. It's like you lost someone you were close to or married to or like a child. Sorry for your loss if that's the case, pile number one. But it seems like there's gonna be like whatever figure that was passing on secret private information or stealing money, creative ideas, affection, or other powers where clearly you're powerful because you have that trust in the divine. I mean, it seems like because you stay true to like keeping faith when it comes to, I'm hearing the downloads you receive from the spirit. Yeah, you've been listening well to the divine. I'm getting to, what else? Tell me more about the blessings coming upon everyone's way. Where are their blessings taking them? 9 of coins and a Knight of coins. So yeah, a sense of like a long time coming. You possibly could be closing out a Saturn cycle or something, like a Saturn lesson, something that's been like forcing you to wait, thinking that you have to sacrifice a lot of effort, your time and energy, your emotional energy. It's been really humbling you and making you feel like not really in your power. It makes you feel defeated, but it's still a light within you. It's still wealth within you that needs to be like prospered now. Like it's you're reaping what you sowed in a positive way, even if it feels like you've lost, or like your bank account ain't looking that great or something. The holidays hitting you hard. Hopefully y'all don't go into the new year like stressed, you know. It seems like the blessings is trying to prevent that from happening here because of this time of like feeling like you're losing something. I feel like the blessings that's coming, bottom of the deck, is 10 of Wands reverse, 9 of Swords reverse. No more stress. Don't stress. Yeah. Can he stop coming up in my videos? That song, Leaving by Jesse McCartney, please stop. He always come through. It's so weird. Like, I was not thinking about you. Okay, but 9 of Coins, this is like personal milestones being met. Like, Holy Spirit is granting you, like, your resources is gonna be popping, girl. Guy, y'all. I'm envisioning like the original tarot, and she has like the bird on her finger, a bountiful nature landscape around her, and she's like decked out in a beautiful outfit, and it's an abundant lifestyle. You're gonna lead a more efficient lifestyle that you can actually afford. I'm hearing maybe you were not budgeting right before or something. I didn't see no 5 of Coins, but maybe you have been. There's a sense of like you feeling like a situation did you dirty, where you had to sacrifice a lot out of you. Like it was overwhelming. But I feel like now you're releasing the burdens of that. You're not gonna be sleepless about that anymore. You're not gonna wake up stressed thinking about, ooh, looking at your bank account. No. You're not gonna wake up, no, I gotta get this done and this done and this done. You're gonna like actually wake up, set an intention for your day. God loves me. And with an affirmation or just a simple saying, like, I'm setting intention today that I'm gonna be comfortable today and not stressed. I'm just gonna relax today. I'm not gonna be angry. Or setting the intention today that, setting the intention to like, this too shall pass, or like patience, or I will survive, or perseverance, like one day at a time, baby steps, or something. Setting an intention for the day, or like reading a book, not being immediately like on your screen scrolling or looking through emails or whatever, or looking at your bank account as soon as you wake up. I don't know, maybe it's just neat for you to be more aware about just overall like how good things are going, and that you have options, and that this too actually shall pass. Being more considerate of your thoughts. I was getting that earlier, like having more trust in the divine, actually being more gentle on yourself, realizing the regal authority that you do have, and that being to help protect others and liberate them from how you live out your life, like you sharing your truth, and how, well, look at that again, the engineer with being the clogs again, like something about your brain, how you think about things, and the knowledge that you do have, the information that you have to share, your ability to give creative energy a practical expression, talent for designing resolutions to common dilemmas. It's something about having regard for emotional consequences. So someone possibly didn't have regard for the emotional consequence when it came to the situation with you, but I feel like you reap what you sow here. You toiled, even though it seems like it's been a long time coming. You set the right intention to reap the most seeds. Like, even though the Knight of Coins, he ain't the best one, but actually he is. I like how that was contradicting. Yeah, maybe it's gonna feel like a huge shift in your life, especially when it comes to monetary. Like, maybe it feel like you took a L like this day, and then like the next day, boom, blessing. Once you like completely surrender something or express something or defy this demon or monster or something, like defy something that was like, that was arrogant when their authority was challenged, or controlling and demanding on you. Something about that. Take it as it resonates, because I'm getting it with the Emperor in reverse again. The burdens is going to be relinquished. Someone's kind of trying to compete with you. Was they? Yeah. Wheel of Fortune. This is definitely destiny, blessings being granted, and with the 10s being completion, I feel like, and a 5 too. being completion, this is coming now. This is like I was saying, like, this is gonna be a swift, fast blessing. I feel like once you cast your burdens, your cares upon the divine, releasing those and remaining grounded in your truth and who you are, what you have to say, your experiences, what you've learned, and letting that be taught out into the world, like you remaining in your power, but humble, because you remain true to yourself, like with your integrity, your, like, by the way you persevered through this situation, there will be success because you overcame like the responsibilities you need to get done. You got them done with the 10 of Wands. Okay. Should I pull some messages to close this out? Like, I don't wanna just leave that on that note, but it was a nice little note. That was nice. So blessings. You're not gonna be stressed out anymore, girl or guy or person. You're not gonna feel like you have to pick up the slack where others lack. You're not gonna feel like people are trying to assert some kind of control over you or make you, like, their problems yours, like put unnecessary drama in your life. You're not gonna, I'm hearing you're gonna delegate more of your issues. You're gonna actually ask for help. And I see it was my fault, but I blame you. Higher levels of commitment. Leo energy again. Compassion again. Being aware and conscious of yourself and how your leadership role affects others, especially emotionally. I was getting that here. Where was that? Yeah. Imposing your own tyranny over those you claim to liberate, ignoring legitimate constraints. And I don't know where I saw that. To protect others. I don't know, but something about like being aware of how you like affect others emotionally, like how you're coming across to others, coming more approachable, more kind, patient, loving, compassionate, a natural leader, having like a warm, loyal presence to you. If you want things, like, yes, doing what you must do, and good blessings coming out of that. Doing what you want to. Yeah. I want it, I go get it. A sense of like embracing some kind of charm that you have about yourself, some confidence, being ambitious, generous also. Yeah, because you're gonna have it like that, to be generous. Maybe you felt like, maybe you felt a little Scrooges. Maybe you felt Grinch. Maybe you felt like that, like pretty cold. But it's gonna be a turnaround. I feel like you're closing out that cycle. It's gonna be a change because some kind of new windfall I'm hearing is coming. You're gonna be well liked now. You're gonna be like more approachable, playful, composed, dignified, not like bursting out, like being scary. Ooh, scary, she's scary. Or they're scary. Yeah, I feel like, yeah, okay. Someone you know how to love. Those people gonna know how to love you. You're gonna be committable to. People gonna want commitment with you. Yeah, you could be starting a new relationship, or like if you haven't already started one, like that one's gonna be blossoming into like a higher level of commitment. It's gonna be like more grounded, rooted on like solid ground, because you know what you want, especially out of relationships, because you learned. You lived and you learned. Learn from them past experiences. Now, because you saw, dang, I don't want that. Now you know, okay, I'm writing down what I do want. I'm making my vision plain. I want a guy who will take turns making decisions with me and incorporate me and also respect that I have my own individual life, and I can respect him that he has his own individual life. And I want a guy who respects and honors me and talks to me nice. And I want a guy who is attractive, not necessarily conventionally. He doesn't have to be tall. I'm humble, God. I will take whatever you give me, as long as he is a good man who is honest and won't spread our business and is gentle with my heart and can be vulnerable with me. Like, literally making it plain. There's a sense of you having some kind of star quality about you, destined to be with someone who's a big deal too. Yeah, because maybe before you felt like you had to settle for less, but no. What you lost was actually the blessing. I'm hearing, damn. Whoa, I didn't even get that the whole video, but now I said it. I hope y'all still here, because that's actually the big awakening in this whole video. Is the blessing actually is that you lost that thing in the past. Maybe you feel like, dang, I sacrificed, like, bro, that situation took a lot out of me. I'm still sad I lost that. Why they took all that money on my account? That was so rude. Wow. I admire all of you, everything about you. Okay, this person's coming through. Okay, someone who manifested you. Someone with a big stick, a big wand, possibly. Because if you've seen the movie, you've seen the movie. Okay. Oh, that's funny how they made him the magician. Literally someone who creates nothing out of, like, no. Someone who creates something out of nothing for themselves. Someone who's like a big deal too. Maybe someone in the past, or you thought it was your fault, a situation where you lost. You thought, oh, I was too naive or something. I let them, like, I thought they were actually the emperor. I thought, I blamed them, but it's my fault, really. But, like, no. And since, like, you being more gentle yourself, I don't know who that is for, but definitely don't blame yourself. It's a sense of, like, needing to forgive yourself, because there's still a light within you that can never be stolen. Maybe someone who tried to steal your money. Whoa, someone stole your money, y'all. They stole your ideas or something, or just overall your supportive light, the light that you shed on their life that inspired them, gave them a sense of hope, that go after their dreams and stuff. Like, they took that and they ran with it, and then boom, they did you dirty or something, or they moved kind of funny. It's a sense of, like, you thought, like, you thought you lacked it, but, like, no, it's still there. Like, that heart within you, that is still there. Oh, I was looking for it the whole time. It's right here. Awakens consideration for the feelings of others, honoring trust. So since that you did that, you honored trust, you be like, because strength card, Leo energy, this person is loyal. They won't spread your business. Like, my sister's Leo. Hey, shout out. She's a Leo, and I know for sure, like, we're not spreading each other business for sure. I know if I tell her something, like, in confidence, I can trust her. And the sense of that being, like, about you, because you have connections like that within your life, like, all is not lost. There's still someone here that, like, sees your star quality. They see, like, your positive qualities, all of these. Like, here, since with this person, like, you play yourself. Whoever tried to play you, they only ever played themselves. So it seems like, yeah, people have been confronted with some kind of boundary that you put up with them. Like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to see you. And I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear that drama. I don't want to hear none of what you got going on. I want to be oblivious to it. I want to treat you like an ex. Like, I don't want to know nothing. I want to, oh, wonder what's, oh, hope he's doing well. Don't know what he's doing right now. Don't know who he's with, or if he's still with them, or anything. I hope them well. Hope they have a bright future. Everything they want. Do not know. It's since that you have, like, your walls up, but that was still being, like, spirit ways of, like, protecting you. Little do you know, like, you was doing something that spirit already guided you to do to help usher in these blessings. But it's a sense of, like, you opening yourself up, communicating what you've learned through your experiences, especially when it comes to, like, serving others. I feel like that's the real thing to have faith in, and your need to, like, trust the divine in and make a choice on. It's like the career path you want to go down that's actually gonna grant you the blessings and not be something that's, like, daunting and something that, a job that you hate. Maybe you could be working a job that is just making ends meet, and it's something that you truly have no drive or passion for, that's not making you motivated or ambitious, but you're just doing it just to get the check. It's a sense of, like, you maintaining that symbolic purity of your heart, understanding that all is not lost, trusting spirit, and surrendering your power of choice to the divine with complete trust, and then radiating that regal feminine energy, using your benevolent authority to protect others while freeing yourself and others from outmoded beliefs and releasing negative thought patterns that will help you embrace the ability to give creative energy a practical expression, a talent for designing resolutions to common dilemmas. Maybe you feel like you're not that great at passing on this information, but it's a sense that if you have the right intention, not expecting anything out of it, not expecting success, like, no, you can expect that, like, I'm gonna be successful, like, clearly you are, like, it's in the cards with the 9 of coins and the Knight of coins, but it's a sense of, like, you helping those with no need in return is gonna show, like, you taking others under your wing is gonna, like, wisdom is how you get the blessings. By refining your character, it's gonna help refine others' characters, and that's how you make the money. You coming from a good place of humility and you're helping others. But maybe you feel like you're not that great with dilettante, the lights and the arts, without having to be professional, alerts you to danger of becoming superficial in your pursuits. Shadow attribute, pretension to much deeper knowledge than you actually possess. Maybe you don't want to feel like, oh, I don't want to come off like I'm, like, really great at this, because you're, like, having some sense of, like, imposter syndrome. Maybe it's still negative thoughts that you're trying to battle. But I feel like that's the blessing that's coming in. Once you surrender all that, you're gonna have the ability to give creative energy a practical expression, talent. You have the talent for designing resolutions to common dilemmas. And I'm talking really fast, so it's a sense of, like, your speech, and I feel really blocked right now. My throat, the hell? I feel choked. Someone is simping for you really bad. They could be creepily attached to you. Maybe it's this person from the past, or maybe it's with this face. I'm trying to make it, like, look cute. Maybe someone's attached to you in a way where it's unexpected to them because they admire everything about you, clearly. And, you know, they want to love you. It's like someone, like, they know how to love you. They couldn't deny their feelings for you. Okay. Bottom of the deck is lovely lips. Something about your lips. Okay. Y'all could be getting into a connection where there's a future, a bright future ahead of you, you know. Okay. They like your lips. Okay, pile number 1. I hope that resonated for you, those who picked this crystal. I barely showed it throughout the whole video, but it was here. It was here. Hope that resonated for you. Please let me know by liking, sharing, or subscribing. Ring the bell to know when I will post again, because who knows? And yeah, I hope to see you around. Hope you like the vibe. And I'm going to clear this energy to go to pile number 2. I still want to keep this. Holy Spirit, cleanse energy instead for pile number 2, so I can give them the most accurate reading coming from you, Holy Spirit. Cleanse energy instead, so I can get the most accurate reading for pile number 2. Those who pick this crystal, I'm gonna start with your reading. Hi, hope you're doing well. Today we're gonna be asking Divine what blessings are coming to you. It seems like the overall energy is gonna be something to deal with your work, your destiny, your career, where you're going basically. So something with like you taking up responsibility and having more power. You're gonna be in a role to serve others, doing what is good for the overall good of others, including yourself, and doing that a little at a time. I'm hearing day by day, baby steps. Like when it comes to your work and career, it's very dominant here. Your work and career is going to bring you a lot of blessings. Pile number 2. Something with resurrecting some kind of major change, like kicking things up, reviving things in your life, like giving a little, I'm envisioning like those things in the hospitals where they like clear and then they surge the body back to life, like make them regain consciousness. So yeah, something with like a wake-up call coming to your life. Maybe you're gonna get some kind of promotion or bonus, or you're gonna come to some kind of like awakening, some kind of epiphany when it comes to like your inner needs, when it comes to your career, like not doing a job that you're doing begrudgingly just to make ends meet, but you have no real drive or passion for it. You don't think it's actually something that's gonna fulfill you and your purpose and destiny. You're doing something in the meantime, in between time, kind of. It's a sense of like not doing that anymore, though. That's the blessing. I do want to pull something for the sorry, I keep dropping this crystal because my deck is like tilted, wobbly. I want to pull some, okay, shit. Something about you being in a leadership role and releasing what is potentially destructive and preparing for new life, benefiting those in your charge. But that came out way so fast. Way so fast. I want to know what archetype you're going to be like dominantly in to usher in this change, this blessing. Divine Spirit. Dilettante, maybe you feel like you have to free yourself from destructive impulses of like holding yourself back. You have to face your own inner demons. I was getting that from pile number 1. Maybe you think that, because it says here, light attribute, delights in the arts without having to be professional. alerts you to the danger of becoming superficial in your pursuits. Shadow attribute, pretension to deeper knowledge than you actually possess. So it's a sense of like, you've been not losing the initial passion or drive of what initially drove you to want to do these things, to make these creations for yourself, to do this job that you have at this point. Or like, maybe you're trying to create like your hobbies to be your career or something. Not in a way like necessarily like your hobbies, but just like something that you actually have a passion for, something that actually brings you joy, something that gives you motivation and like a surgence to your life. It's just like not use. Maybe that's the change being brought into your life, like not losing that passion, facing your own inner demons. When I think of exorcists, I'm picturing like the actual movie, like someone out of control, someone actually possessed by their own inner demon that is trying to take their soul or spirit or whatever. But it's really you being strong within your own inner self and you being able to face that and conquer that inner demon that's going to help you remain grounded and rooted in who you are, the security that's around you, your support system, like, because yourself and others. So it's freeing you, and especially your connections to others, from impulses. Like, I'm hearing like reaction thing, conforming to things that's like easy, or like just like being defeated. I'm just envisioning someone actually like being dead now because they didn't conquer their inner demon. Be that as that may, actually being possessed, or like overindulgence in drugs, destructive impulses, alcohol, or just overall being a danger to yourself and others. It's a sense of like, nah, not that. It's a sense of like you being grounded within yourself and who you are, and your pursuits, especially when that like comes to you delighting in the arts without having to be a professional, or like, you know, I just think of like the classics, like art pieces in museums and galleries that are worth millions, and most of those artists didn't even gain any recognition or success in their lifetime. Or like some of those artists, some of them were just like splattering paint on a canvas on the floor, and that's now a huge movement in art, like forever in history, and you're forever going to be iconic. So it's a sense of like not caring about the superficial pursuits of like maybe using, like wondering where your resources will come from, or like, I don't know, something about like worrying about things that may limit you, or being your own limiter when it comes to like your thoughts, being grounded. Maybe it's a need for you to meditate to help usher in these blessings. Take time out of like when you're not working, or just to be more aware of like your breaths, more conscious of like deep breaths or something. Because I was getting like with the surgeons and being revived, and how they like take that gulp of air, like breath of like shock, something that's gonna be shocking to you. This blessing is gonna be a major change within your career for sure. What is pile number 2 gonna be looking like when their blessings come to them? How to help usher. Lover, light attribute, great passion and devotion, unbridled appreciation of someone or something, obsessive passion that harms others, self-destructive devotion. So you could be really devoted to your career right now, To your job, maybe it's a sense of like you trying to liberate yourself from destructive thoughts, or a need for you to something with self-destructive impulses, or like a self-destructive devotion, as it says here. To your job, maybe it's a sense of you being devoted to the wrong thing and there being some kind of change within that. Something with like your service to others here. Realizing what you truly have a passion for, being devoted to that healthily, and a way of like grounding yourself in who you are, meeting your base needs, like the Pavlov, like I don't know what I was gonna say, but like the whole base needs that you have, like as long as it's meeting your needs of like security and safety, and like having a sense of like a supportive, like you being a support to others. Maybe it's something like someone in your work field has some kind of passion or appreciation for you, and that's going to bring in this blessing. Maybe they're going to give you like a promotion or something, a bonus, a paid vacation leave or something. Child divine, innocence, purity, redemption suggests a special connection with the divine, and an inability to defend oneself against negative forces. Something about like you fighting your own inner demons though, like fighting your own inner demons. Maybe you could be a workaholic, fighting that inner demon. Maybe there's something that you do to quench some kind of inner need that you've been trying to satisfy, that's only serving temporarily, but is only serving to be self-destructive. It's a need to ground yourself with the red being here. It could be something that you want to do that's taboo, that you would prefer to do, that you have more of a passion for, and it's a fear of possibly how you're going to come across with the service of others. But it's a sense of like you having this healing power, or the healing power coming over you spiritually, for you to be able to have this blessing come to you. But it does deal with something that you must do. Like this is a important move that you're gonna make. This is an important blessing, an important change. I want to get some tarot. Please, Holy Spirit, Divine Spirit, tell me more about these blessings coming to pile number 2. Delights in the arts without having to be a professional. Alerts you to the danger of becoming superficial in your pursuits. Maybe you don't want to come off superficial, or you are. Take it as it resonates. It's a need to like meditate and think that through though, to like be aware of who you are and why you want to do what you want to do. What change would you actually like to construct within your career life, and how would you release the situation with complete trust to the divine in order to like smoothly bring about this change in a non-abrasive way, like a non-stressful way. So you won't take on responsibilities or stress that you haven't bargained for, or a role that you feel like you're not worthy of a title of. But it's a sense of like you actually, because King came out earlier with King came out with what? It came out with another card, but it was like your power, your authority, you being that benefit to others. Like you actually got it. I'm hearing you got it, girl. You got it. Hey. With Father being behind Child Divine, you have this look to you that's like all innocence, purity, redemption. I was getting this from pile number 1. If you feel like this resonates for you so far, maybe you feel like you couldn't choose between pile number 1 or pile number 2, and maybe it's worth checking out pile number 1, because there's a talent here for creating and supporting life, being that positive guiding light within a tribal unit. And I do know that maybe you had experiences with people who displayed that, supporting life figure, that guiding light figure. You saw someone within that light of being a dictatorial, controlling, abusive authority figure in your life, and you don't know how to feel about that role to like take on that leadership. Maybe you view taking higher roles in a negative light, and it's a sense of like not holding yourself back when it comes to your creations, because it's a sense of blessings. You're restricting others of the blessings too, like your service to others, because you take on, Destroyer. Thank you for reminding me, Holy Spirit, because these are exactly the cards that came out. And then Judge behind this, because you expect like nothing in return too. You help those in need with no expectation in return. That's how you differ from this dictatorial, controlling, abusive authority figure, because you take on the mentor role, passing on wisdom, refining a student's character. You take on this mentor role, and this helps you because you delight in the serving of others with a free and loving heart. You don't have the inability to, allow the student to move on to the role of master, imparting false instruction. You don't, you just let people go. I'm hearing Love Liberates by Maya Angelou. That's what this makes me think of. Love Liberates. Maybe you want to look that up. It's something in a video or a poem of hers that's going to resonate with you. But with Judge, I wanted to say balancing justice and compassion, managing the fair distribution of power. You know how to use your power. It's a sense of like you being tactful and thoughtful about how you're coming across to others. Because the sense of like fairness, wanting to be remaining in integrity and caring about us, like the service of others, what's benefiting me and you. I was getting that in the beginning. Helping those in need with no expectation of return. Shadow attribute, acting innocent or angelic to mislead others, falsely claiming to be in touch with angelic guidance. So you're not falsely doing anything, bitch. Why am I getting like all hostile now? Because like, look, this is actually like you're authentic to who you are. Like, it's a sense of like, be grounded, meditate, take notes on this video, because you actually, you got it, girl. You got it. Ayy. Little baby in the back and a Birkin. No, it's a 5 in the working. I don't even know the lyrics, but look at all this brown too with the grounded energy, and pink is kind of like a grounded energy too. Something with like you being grounded in who you are and like your intentions of doing things will get you far. And also like you being that light, you being actually that innocent, pure, angelic being, worthy of redemption. Like you actually, no matter what mistakes you have made in the past, you're worthy of, like you have redeeming qualities about you, you know? You're worthy of redemption and forgiveness, just like everyone. You don't claim to have a special connection to the divine. It's just suggests it, because you actually do have a special, like, what? A special connection with the divine. And I feel like that should be taken seriously, because you have the humility here and devotion to knowledge. You have an openness to lifelong learning through your experiences. You don't let arrogance get in the way, you know? Being in the pursuit of destructive knowledge, unwillingness to translate knowledge into action, so you actually know how to put it into action and be that supporting light for others in a tribal unit. Yeah. Look, enlightened, benevolent leadership, benefiting those in your charge. Shadow attribute, excessive feelings of entitlement, rulership without restraint. So you know how to have restraint. You know how to, now I'm just envisioning the strength card. If you feel called to listen to pile number 1, definitely, I was getting the same message. You don't feel entitled to like a title. Literally, you don't feel entitled to a role. And it's a sense of like you releasing what is destructive in your life. Maybe you feel like you've experienced that, you know, entitled leader in your experiences in life when it came to people with leadership titles who wanted the name and wanted to act it just to fulfill some sense of like, I'm hearing piety. I don't even know if that's the right vocabulary term, but like the feeling of arrogance and entitlement and just feeling like just letting their whole role get to their head, letting their attention, the status they have, their power get to their head. And I feel like there's a sense of humility to you where you know how to release things that aren't good for you, even if it brought you a lot of success. You know how to prepare for something better that'll grant you an even bigger blessing. So maybe you have no problems with money and you wouldn't relate to pile number 1, because I was getting that they had overcome a loss, whether it came to losing a loved one, losing a connection, like just a relationship breakup or a friendship breakup, or a loss with someone stealing their money, or just overall it's a loss of money, or ideas. But I feel like it's a sense of like you, like not all is lost. Like it's a sense of like you still having a drive for something, like I was getting for pile number 1. But it's a sense that like maybe you had success within your career up until this point, but now you want to shift gears, but you don't want to lose the success that you already have, trying to stray away from what is grounded and rooted naturally just good for you. I'm just imagining like a volcano. It just comes from the earth. It's just eruption from the core, from the earth. It's just the shifts. It's just happening. It's just nature. This is just the natural disaster, the chaos of things. It's a sense of like you naturally like embracing this chaos, not being scared to go towards the path of your passion pursuits of like the arts or something. Like charm, art, and beauty are the way to like go about things in a way to receive this blessing, to live the life that you actually want, that you envision for yourself, a beautiful life that you don't necessarily have to be professional, have that title, because you naturally have that. You benefit those in your life, and I feel like you just have that natural born leader quality to you. I feel like that's just what you're destined to be like. It's your destiny to be king. It's your path that you're just, that the divine is really helping steer you towards. I'm hearing milk and honey. Yeah, and your haters definitely don't want you to have this, for sure. Pile number 2. But the haters are going to be the ones that, you know, be all in your business, talk behind your back. They're going to help you usher in these blessings faster. Like the change is going to come like now. I'm hearing like all is definitely not lost. It's going to be like a swift windfall, a turnaround. Yeah. And you can defend yourself too. You're not all helpless, all because you look innocent and pure. I'm hearing the spirit is protecting you at this time, protecting your innocence, guarding your heart at all costs. I said I was gonna pull tarot a long time ago, and I did not. I've just been channeling this whole time. What should pile number 2 be aware about when it comes to her blessings? What should pile number 2 be aware? With the Knight of Swords, it is a sense of like being fed up with something that you want to just like leave. Maybe you want to travel. This is the blessing, but it's like it's a need to unwind. You're looking a little tense, looking a little angry, a little aggressive there, or a little not angry or aggressive. Just look like stoic, and like the eyes, it's a lot of shadow, and he's staring off very intensely. This is an intensity to this movement, this intention of like you going after what you want, a determination here. Something you're trying to be like logical about, analytical, trying to see things for what they are and make the necessary plans to like get the ball moving. But yeah, I say like get the ball moving, but Hangman is below that. It's a sense of like feeling like you needed to wait or make a sacrifice, or like, no, I have to wait to get what I want. But it's a sense of like grounding, again, grounding yourself on like meditating more on like following your heart's path or something. Clarify. Like, what do you actually want? What does pile number 2 need to be worried about with their blessings? 8 of Coins. So with this, definitely your work, something that you've been, you know, taking a lot of time with. You've been practicing. You've been trying to like better your skills at this craft. It's been taking many moons, many years, I'm hearing. Maybe this is like a course study, or yeah, like education, or just overall just your career. Like you've devoted a lot of years to working at this company, like working at this place, working for this person, and now you want to stray towards like delighting in the arts without having to be professional. Alerts you to the danger of becoming superficial in your pursuits. Maybe it's a time of like you started something that you haven't put to completion. Like it's a sense of like, no, I need to reestablish something. Like I'm not finished here. There's still more work that needs to be done. Maybe you're trying to save some pinnacle to travel, and you're feeling like you can't close out the cycle because you're still working on it. Maybe you're still doing the research, applying for jobs. Maybe it's a need for you to like, I don't know, see a career counselor or revamp your resume, update it or something. Or I'm just feeling like a need to switch gears here. And something with like the physical, the meta, like the spiritual realm, and grounding that in the material. 8s symbolize like where the material and spiritual meet, and the development of that, like having some sense of determinism, like staying true to the course. I'm hearing, I don't even say shit like that, but like, is that a saying? Like staying true to your path. Whatever you invested energy on, like some kind of still, someone could have stole your skill, like your ideas before in the past. I don't know why I'm getting that, but like steal your money. Something about that. Or stole something from you. even if it's like trivial. There's a sense of like, tell me more about this. Something, yeah, you overcame some kind of like loss that has you learned a lot from. Like, it taught you a lot of lessons. Maybe something that you never got closure from, but you still learned. You're seeking wisdom from that. May that be towards enlightenment. You reached some kind of like higher learning. You sought guidance from like maybe a higher figure or a mentor of yours, someone that inspires you, or you're that sense of inspiration and guidance for others to learn from your past experiences. Fool at the bottom of the deck, not letting baggage hold you back, taking necessary risk. Page of Cups reverse. It's a sense of like you needing to believe in the impossible or what feels impossible to you. Yeah, it is a sense of like believing like when pigs can fly, I'm hearing. So believing in the impossible, receiving spirits intuitive messages that they're trying to give you, like Holy Spirit is like within you or something, trying to give you messages, or the divine is trying to show you through signs, symbols, and like through your life experiences, with your conversations with others. I'm hearing life imitates art, like to see it, to believe it. Like, I'll see it when I believe it, type of attitude. Okay. But it's a sense of like believing in what you cannot see. I was getting like, because pile number 1 had 12th house and now you have 8th. So a sense of like a change that you don't see coming in the wind. It's a sense of like you needing to trust the divine, honoring the divine and trusting in spirit and ushering in these blessings, this new life, that a life where, you know, maybe you've been trying to protect what you already have, trying to remain successful, because 4 of coins, to me, it doesn't necessarily mean like, well, maybe there is a need for you to be more, I'm hearing cheerful giver, but like, to me, 4 of coins is successful. It doesn't mean like you're hoarding because of what you fear you may lack, because you might lose a coin or two and you need a budget, and maybe that is something that you're trying to think more practical. You're trying to just keep the cash flow coming in, trying to just afford the life that you have, trying to afford your bills, you know? You're just trying to make ends meet. You're not really trying to have this great passion, devotion for something in your, like, when it comes to your career. You're not trying to have that. You're just trying to do what you gotta do. And that's cool. But I think Spirit's saying here that if you completely surrender to me with trust in the situation, cast all your cares and worries to me, and like, I will provide for you. I'm hearing like God loves you, or like Spirit loves you, universe loves you, like you're being the architect of your life. So you coming in a mind frame of lack and limitation, and especially when it comes to like a role that you can possibly play out, it's not a matter about like, it's not a matter of like superficial things, you know, of like your role or how much you'll make, or if you'll gain recognition or like appreciation and feel like you'd be appreciated and get things in return. It's a sense of like having a sense of humility. Yeah, it's a sense of devotion to knowledge and openness to lifelong learning, and not expecting, like, having a delight in the service to others. It's your intentions I was getting. It's like where you're coming from, your intention about your creations, where you're coming from. You helping others get out of this negative mind, like outmoded beliefs, this negative mindset, negative thoughts or something when it comes to, you know, having a delight in the arts without having to be professional, or just delighting in your career, your work. This is like, there's gonna be blessings in your career when it comes to your service of others only. Doing anything out of selfishness and greed for the, like, just blessings coming to you and like, oh, good for me. And it's a sense of like you being actually likable and good times coming out of that because of your, like, I was getting that with a judge here. Balancing justice and compassion, managing fair distribution of power, and helping those in need without no expectation, taking others under your wing and passing on that wisdom that you've learned through your life experiences, refining a student's character, and actually like letting the student fly free with love liberates. It could be when it comes to your romantic connections, you're having a firm identity within yourself, your own individuality. You can spend time with your family. Like, you have a life outside of your relationship. You can do like your hobbies on your own time. You cherish and value like your own presence. That's why I was getting a sense of meditating, grounding yourself. Here. Yeah, pile number 2. Definitely remain in your integrity. Shine that light for others. Don't hide it. Remain grounded in who you are and your purity, your redemption power, your special connection with the divine, and be that person who has a natural born talent for creating and supporting life. Maybe you could be giving birth or bearing a child or fostering a child. You're supporting new life, or just supporting this new life for yourself when it comes to your overall well-being and career. It could be like your whole, with 6th house, I'm getting health too, with the Virgo energy coming up twice. Yeah, being that positive guiding light for others and not being that dictatorial, controlling, abusive figure that you faced before, maybe once when you were a child, and you've healed your inner child. And I feel like through that, because of your special connection with the divine, you can pass on that wisdom that you get from intuitive downloads and overall your life experiences that God has been helping you move through, you know, and helping that be what guides you to being this natural born leader with nothing really holding you back. Yeah, it is an urge. Like, if you go back to old ways, it's a sense of like you remaining in your own independence, moving on, even beyond, like, maybe if you feel like you're not feeling love or getting recognition that you deserve. It's a sense of like not letting that self-destructive lower nature, maybe you could come off controlling or dictatorial at times in subtle ways. It could fluctuate between viewer from viewer. Just take what resonates. Where I'm not here to tell you things that you want to hear. I'm just here to read the cards and give the message, because I did see that in the beginning, earlier in the reading, with the whole self-destructive impulses or self-destructive impulses, motives, or something. It's a sense here of like grounding yourself, is for sure. Meditating, trusting in the divine, maybe resting, opening up yourself to receive those necessary signs and messages. Yeah. Okay, pal number 2. I'm gonna pull some closing messages before you go. I hope this is resonating with you so far. Please let me know by liking, sharing, or subscribing, and ring the bell to see when I would post again, because who knows. Oh my gosh, look what I saw. I broke patterns of bad behavior, but I didn't want to come out. Recognize the powerful being that you actually are. Yeah, it's a sense of like loving yourself, like having a high self-esteem, being honest with yourself, knowing where you need to improve, having self-respect for yourself, and I feel like that'll lead others to respect you in turn, because you set that standard for yourself already. People, like, you won't be able to accept no less, you know, than just the utmost respect and honor. Content with who you are, being content with who you are, knowing your worth, showing love and care for your body. I'm hearing like self-care, showing love to your body. I like how you talk. It could be a sense of like people liking what you have to say, or they can like your voice or the way you communicate things. Even though you don't feel like a professional, it's unique to you. It's who you are. I have self-esteem issues, or I hate self-esteem issues, because I didn't put the V in between. So I'm like, which one? Do you hate it or do you have it? But both, honestly. It is like you thought you was confident, but again, self-esteem issues, we all have them. It's a sense of like being true and honest with yourself and recognizing where you would like to improve. I really want things to work out and grow between us. Maybe self-esteem issues are being played out in your relationships. But it's a sense of like people want to like rectify things or make things grow like in a like stable, solid path. People would want to, I see 10 here, have some kind of like new beginning or completion with you, some kind of blessing. Something about like your mouth, your smile, your mouth, how you talk. Someone could be emotional about you, or you could be crying. I don't know, something about that. I don't know why that was at the bottom of the deck. Take it as it resonates. What should pile number 2 be aware about when it comes to these blessings? Clarify what's already out here, please, Holy Spirit. Any more else? Any more messages? I wished you loved me. I am willing to change. Heard something about you I didn't like. I'd like to know for myself. So it's something about like people being curious about you, wanting to hear what you have to say. Since that they wish they were in your inner, like, because with the 4 and 8s, it just seems like you're determined about your own pinnacle, your own work, your own craft, your own skill, and your own coin. You're very like self-focused at this point in time. You don't have no time to really lollygag, I'm hearing. Okay. So maybe someone's trying to, or you are trying to change for the better. Someone's trying to take the initiative, trying to go after what they want. Take some kind of initiation. Yes, if you asked the question, yes was answered. Be open to new perspective. And again, with the Leo energy, being in a leadership role, I want to see you. Words do hurt. I just got to say you're a blessing in my life. And Always Be My Baby by Mariah Carey. So I hope that resonates for you, pile number 2. Please let me know by liking, sharing, or subscribing. I would appreciate it if you let me know. Also, hit the bell to know when I will be posting. And yeah, thank you for blessing me with your energy. I really appreciate anyone who comes across my videos and show me any support or love. I definitely appreciate it, and I wish you a lot of peace and blessings to come. I definitely have faith that this will all work out for you, and you'll make the necessary choices with complete trust in the divine. Yeah, thank you.